Today we are going to study organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is the branch of chemistry which deals with the organic compound. Organic compounds are mainly composed of carbon and hydrogen. And organic compounds are broadly categorized into four groups: alkanes and alkane and alkene and aromatic. And alkane is a organic compound in which all the carbon-carbon bonds are single bond, such as propane. In this compound, all the carbon-carbon bond is single bond. This compound is called alkane. In contrast, in alkane, there are at least one double bond exists in alkane. Representative example of alkane is ethylene. This compound has double bond. In alkene, there's a triple bond in the compound. Representative example is acetylene. In aromatic compound, there is a conjugation system. I will talk about later in aromatic. Representative example of aromatic is benzene. So, first I want to talk about the alkane first. So, ethane is also alkane. To explain this molecule, we are going to use sp3 hybridization. So this bond can be explained by the overlap of sp3 overlap between two hydrogen carbon atom hybridization orbitals. So this is a single bond. The most important characteristic of sigma bond is that this bond can be rotated because this is a single bond. And in alkane, which has double bond, we are going to use sp2 hybridization. So this bond is formed between the overlap of sp2 hybridization orbital. And one p orbital remains unhybridized. P orbital is perpendicular to this plane, so two p orbitals overlap with each other sideways. Two p orbitals forms additional pi bond. So in this case, the plane cannot rotate freely. In this case, there's only a single bond, so this functional group can rotate freely. But in this case, alkane, this bond cannot rotate freely because due to the presence of pi bond. So this is the big difference between alkane and alkane. And in organic chemistry, naming is very, very important. O nomenclature. So this is methane. This is ethane. And the number of the alkane with the 3 carbon, which is propane. is called propane. And the alkane with 4 carbon is called butane. So there is a naming the alkane in the textbook, table 7.1. So when the number of carbon is increased to 5, it's called pentane. The alkanes with the number of carbon is 6, it's called hexane. Blah 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 blah. So you must memorize the name of all the alkanes. It is important in organic chemistry. Okay. And you go down the column, the number of carbon increase. And when the number of carbon increase, the molecular size increase. Number of carbon increase, molecular size increase. And the molecular size increase, boiling point and melting point increase. Because when the molecular size increase, the intermolecular force increase. So the boiling point and melting point also increase. So when the number of carbon increase, boiling point and melting point also increase. So when you draw the graph between the melting point and boiling point, x-axis represents the number of carbon. You can do this kind of graph. Boiling point and melting point also increase. So boiling point and melting point reflects the strength between the intermolecular force, and the strength of intermolecular force reflects the number of carbons. And crude oil, a mixture of various hydrocarbons. And we need to separate the hydrocarbons. To separate the hydrocarbons, we use fractional distillation. Fractional distillation takes advantage of the difference in boiling point. To use this technique, we can separate the various kinds of hydrocarbons. Experimental setup for fractional distillation is displayed in your textbook. This is the column of fractional distillation column. Simply speaking, we inject heat at the bottom and we remove heat from the top. So this is the fractional distillation column. So in this case, we obtain temperature gradient. This is temperature. We obtain temperature gradient. Temperature gradient is established in fractional distillation column. So at the bottom, we extract hydrocarbons with the highest boiling point. Such as asphalt. Asphalt is extracted at the bottom. At the top, we extract the hydrocarbons with the lowest boiling point. such as methane, ethane, propane. This fractional distillation takes advantage of the difference in boiling point. As I said before, the boiling point depends on the number of carbons. At the bottom, the high boiling point material extracted. At the top, lowest boiling point, which have lower carbon content, is extracted. We are talking about boiling point distillation in chapter 11 again. And as I said before, there's a big difference between alkan and alkane. In alkane, there's a free rotation between sigma, a single sigma bond, but there are no rotation between double bond. For alkan, so in your textbook, in figure 7.3, the two hydrocarbons are shown. At first glance, the two compounds have very big different shape. You might think that the two compounds are different, but actually they are exactly same compound. So please draw the molecule. So at first glance, these two molecules are different, but actually these two molecules are exactly same molecule. This is alkyl. Why do they have different shape? Because the free rotation, as I said before, all the CC bond is sigma bond. In this molecule, free rotation occurs at this point. But in this molecule, for example, free rotation occurs at different position. So free rotation occurs randomly at different position. So even though they have exact same molecule, the shape may be different because the free rotation occurs at randomly at every point. So even though the shape is different, these two molecules has exact same molecule. But these two molecules is not called isomer. Is not isomer because these two molecules are interconvertible. Although they have different shape, this molecule is not called isomer because they are interconvertible. But in alkane, when two hydrogen atoms are replaced by chlorine, there are two isomers exist. This form is called trans isomer. This isomer is called cis isomer. The functional group are on opposite side facing each other. This isomer is called trans isomer. In this case, two functional groups are on the same side. This isomer is called cis. This is isomer. This is called isomer because this is not interconvertible. Why this is not interconvertible? Because they have pi bonds. As I said before, because of the pi bond, this plane cannot rotate freely. If there are no pi bond, this plane can rotate freely, then this is interconvertible. If there are no pi bond, this one can be easily rotate, so this would be interconvertible. So this molecule cannot be called isomer. But this molecule has additional pi bond. Due to the pi bond, this plane cannot rotate freely. So this molecule cannot interconvertible. So this is called isomer. This is trans isomer. This is cis isomer. When you compare the boiling point, which one has lowest boiling point, lower boiling point? This one has lower boiling point. Why? This molecule is symmetry. So dipole moment cancel each other. So this is non-polar molecule. So this is lower boiling point compared to this cis isomer. Okay. Now the name of this molecule is called butan. The molecular formula for this molecule is C4H10. But with this formula, I can draw another molecule. For example, the molecular formula for this compound is also C4H10. Same formula, but different molecule. So this molecule is isomer. This is alkan. This molecule is also alkan because all the bond is sigma bond. This kind of alkan is called straight chain alkan. And this has a branch. So this is called branched alkan. So we have two isomers for the carbon number of 4. And how about this molecule? This is pentan. This is pentan. How many isomers can you draw other than pentan? You can draw 2 more isomers. This molecule has the same formula for pentan, and there are another isomer again. Okay, so when a number of carbon is 5, we can draw 3 isomers. This one, and this one. Now, this is the homework. How about when the number of carbon is 6? How many isomers can you draw? How many isomers? This is common. Answer is 5. Try. Okay. And this isomer, this alkan, and this alkan is a straight chain or branched alkyne. But there are another form of alkyne which is called cycloalkyne. In it, the alkyne forms a ring. For example, this is a straight chain propane, but these two carbon connected form a ring. So molecular formula looks like this. This is also alkyne because all the carbon-carbon bond is sigma bond. The name of this one is called cyclopropane. This is propane because number of carbon is 3. This is cycle. This forms a 3-membered ring. So the name of this hydrocarbon is cyclopropane. Similarly, there are cyclobutane. Butane composed of 4 carbons. Okay. So similarly, we can have cyclohexane. To explain this structure, we are going to use sp3 hybridization. Similarly, we can use sp3. We also use sp3. Okay, but according to experimental observation, this compound is very stable. But this compound, cyclopropane and cyclobutane, is unstable. Why? As you know, the representative example of sp3 hybridization is methane. This is the ideal structure for sp3 hybridization. Do you know the bond angle? H3H, it is 109 degree. But what's the bond angle in cyclopropane? It is only 60 degree. In cyclopropane, it is only 90 degree. This angle significantly deviates from the ideal 109 degree. So this generates internal tension. So this compound is very unstable because it generates significant tension because bond angle is significantly deviate from the ideal 109 degree. But the bond angle in cyclohexane is known to be 111 degree, which is very close to ideal 109 degree. So cyclohexane is very stable, but cyclopropane and cyclobutane is very, very unstable. It exists, but it's very, very unstable because of angle strain. The angle is significantly deviate from the ideal angle, but this one is very close to each other. Cyclohexane has 2 isomers, both shape and chair shape. Has 2 isomers in both shape and chair shape. You imagine that 4 carbons forms a plane. 4 carbons friend. It is common. And remaining two carbons, in remaining two carbons, in chair form, one hydrocarbon positioned above the display, and the remaining carbon, which are opposite side of this one, below the display. This is a chair form of cyclohexane. These four carbon atoms forms a plane. One carbon above the plane, the other carbon below the plane. So this is called chair form. In both form, two carbon atoms both above the plane. This form is called both form of cyclohexane. So cyclohexane, we have two isomers, both form and chair form. And let's move on the naming. As I said before, in organic chemistry, naming is very, very important. 노만크로죠. So I'm gonna name this compound. I'm going to name this organic compound. This is actually alkane because all the carbon-carbon bond is single bond. In first step, choose the longest chain in this molecule. In this molecule, this is not the longest chain. Why? Instead of this one, this is the longest chain, okay? This is the backbone of this molecule. This is the backbone, this is the parent molecule. How many carbon atoms exist in this chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is actually octane. I'm sorry, hexane. So basic unit of this molecule is hexane. Without this group, this is simply hexane, but this molecule has two groups, CH3. CH3 is called methyl group. So without methyl group, this molecule is simply hexane, but this molecule has two methyl groups attached. So we need to specify two methyl group. Where the two methyl group is attached, we need to specify the exact location where the methyl group is positioned. To specify the location, we need to number the carbon atoms. There are two ways to number the carbon atom. First way is to number in this way, from right to left. This is the carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4. In this direction, two methyl groups are attached to carbon number 4. But there is a second way. Second way is to number start from left to right. In this direction, this is the carbon number 1. This is carbon number 2. This is carbon number 3. This is carbon number 4. In this way. In this direction, two methyl groups are attached to carbon number 3. Okay. So when you numbering starts from right to left, the methyl group are attached to carbon number 4. When numbering starts from left to right, two methyl groups are located on carbon number 3. According to the rule, we take the priority in this direction because the carbon number 3 is the small number. Small number take the priority. So instead of this direction, we choose this direction. So This is the numbering. This numbering gives the lowest possible number for carbon atom. So, in this direction, two methyl groups are attached to carbon number 3. So, the full name of this molecule is 3. 3. Because two methyl groups are attached to carbon number 3. And dimethyl. Hexane. Di means 2. 2 dimethyl attached to hexane. 3 means the 2 methyl group attached to carbon number 3. So full name of this molecule is 3,3 dimethyl hexane. Move on to another compound. Name this organic compound. As I said before, the first job is to choose the longest chain. The longest chain is this one. This is the longest chain. This is the backbone of this molecule. How many carbon atoms in the longest chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is composed of 8 carbon atoms. Without this side group, it is simply octane. Octane is a simple alkane which have 8 carbon atoms. Without this functional group, this molecule is simply octane. But this molecule has 2 methyl group is attached. To specify the exact location of 2 methyl group attached, we should number the carbon atoms. There are two ways, in this direction and in this direction. In this direction, this is carbon number 1, 2, 3. So in this direction, methyl group are attached to carbon number 2. In this direction, this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. In this direction, the methyl group attached to carbon number 3. As I said before, this is the priority because smallest number is 2. So instead of this direction, we take this direction. So in this molecule, methyl group, one methyl group are attached to carbon number 2. And second methyl group are attached to carbon number 6. So formal name of this molecule is 2, 6, dimethyl octane. Because methyl group, 2 methyl group are attached to carbon number 2 and carbon number 6. 2, 6. Di means 2. 2 methyl group are attached to carbon number 2 and carbon number 6. Okay, let's move on to cycloalkane. Name this molecule. Without this side group, this is cyclohexane. Because it is 6-membered ring. Without this side group, it is simply cyclohexane. But this is functional group attached. This group and this group are attached. The name of this group is methyl. And this group is called ethyl. So methyl group and ethyl group are attached to cyclohexane. So we need to specify which location these two groups are attached to. So we need to number the carbon atoms. There are two ways. In this direction, or in this direction. In this direction, this is carbon number 1, 2, 3. If we take this direction, this is carbon number 1, 2, 3. Which direction we should specify? According to the rules, ethyl group starts with E. Methyl group starts with M. According to the rule, ethyl group takes the priority because in alphabetical order, E comes before M. So this takes the priority. So we take this direction. This one takes the carbon number 1. So ethyl group attached to carbon number 1, methyl group attached to carbon number 3. So the full name of this one is 1 ethyl, 3 methyl, cyclohexane. This is the name of this one. Okay, let's move on to another one. The name of this one is five membered ring. So this is simply cyclopentan, but this is attached to functional group. This group is called methyl group. This is called ethyl group. This group is called propyl group. Okay. Now, how do you specify the numbering? This one starts M. This one starts P. So this one takes the priority because M before P in alphabetical order. So 1, 2, 3. So the name is 1 methyl, 3 propyl cyclopentan. Right? Now next question is, this one is replaced by another group. Instead of this one, this one is called propyl. This group is attached. This one are composed of 3 carbons. This one is also composed of 3 carbon, but different carbon is attached to the ring. In this case, the end carbon is attached to the ring. In this case, central carbon attached to the ring. The name is different. This one is called isopropyl. Okay. This is propyl. This is called isopropyl. The carbon atom which are attached to the ring is different. So in this case, this one starts with N, this starts with I. So in this case, this one takes the priority. So in this case, this is 1, 2, 3. So name is 1 isopropyl, 3 methyl cyclopentan. Okay, let's move on to alkane. What is the name of this molecule? This is the alkane because it has double bond. So without this one, without this functional group, how many carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is hexene, ENE, because this is alkane, not ANE. Hexene, because this is alkene, because it is double bond. Now we need to specify the position of double bond in the functional group. This is called methyl. How do you number the carbon? There are two ways. When you take this direction, this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. So in this direction, the methyl group are attached to carbon number 2. When you take this direction, this 1, 2, 3. So in this direction, double bond starts at carbon number 3. So this is one starts at 3. When you take this direction, the methyl group attached to carbon number 2. So we take this direction. We take the smallest number, is to take the priority. So in this direction, methyl group attached to carbon number 2, and double bond starts at carbon number 3. So the name of this compound is that. Methyl group are attached to carbon number 2, and double bond starts at 3. So 3 hexene. It means that double bond starts at 3. The 3 hexene means that carbon double bond starts at 3. 2 methyl means that methyl group attached to carbon number 2. Now this double bond shifted to the left. So next compound is there. In this case, double bond split to the left. What's the name of this compound? In this case, when you take this direction, this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2. When you take this direction, this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2. In this direction, methyl group are attached to carbon number 2. When you take this direction, double bond starts at carbon number 2. Same carbon number 2. When you take this direction, carbon number 2 appears. And when you take this direction, also carbon number 2 appears. But in this case, the methyl group is attached to carbon number 2. But in this direction, double bond starts at carbon number 2. Which direction you choose? According to the rules, double bond takes the priority rather than this functional group. So in this case, we take this direction because double bond takes the priority rather than functional group. So in this case, methyl group attached to 5 carbon atoms. So name is there. 5 methyl 2 hexene. So this is the name. Okay. Let's move on to. Okay. alkene. In alkene, there are triple bond. So this compound. This is alkene because it is triple bond. There are 4 carbon. So the name of this compound is duokene. Why? Because it is triple bond. It has triple bond. So we need to specify the location, exact position of the triple bond. Definitely, the triple bond starts at carbon number 1. So the name of this one is simply 1-butene. And how about the name of this compound? Triple bond shift to the right. This one is also butene. But the position of triple bond shift to the right. Definitely, triple bond starts carbon number 2. So name is simply 2-butene. And what hybridization you should use for this compound? You are going to use sp hybridization. So this bond, this sigma bond, formed between the overlap between sp hybridized orbital. And there are 2 orbitals are unhybridized. So this p orbital and this p orbital overlap with each other to produce first pi bond. And p orbital which are perpendicular to this plane, 2 p orbitals overlap with each other to form a second pi orbital. Simple. Okay, let's go to conjugation. In organic chemistry, conjugation is a very important concept in organic chemistry. Conjugated system is a system in which single bond and double bond alternate in molecule. Representative example is a 1,3-butadiene. In 1,3-butadiene, single bond and double bond alternate. So double bond, single bond, and double bond. Double bond and single bond alternate in the molecule. This system is called conjugated system. This molecule is very important. At first glance, you might think that this 1,3-butadiene looks like that the alkane are simply connected by simple sigma bond at first glance. But it is not so simple. According to experimental observation, the bond length between okay, see you next time.